When women move forward, society moves with them. When they are held back, democracy is weakened. Hello and welcome to Politics Explained. I'm Oluwayemi Adelaku, your host. And this evening we ask a critical question. What really holds women back in politics, culture, capital, or the system? Across history, women have led movements, shaped communities, and influenced national development. Yet, political representation remains disproportionately low. Is it tradition? Is it the financial burden of politics? Or are the structures themselves designed to exclude women from decision-making spaces? To unpack this important conversation, I'm joined by Honorable Bolanle Sarami Aliyu, popularly known as Basa, PDP candidate for your South Senatorial District, former gubernatorial candidate in 2019, former senior special assistant on diaspora affairs, philanthropist, and a strong advocate for women's inclusion in governance. Stay with us even as we examine the barriers, the realities, and the possibilities for women in Nigerian politics. Welcome on board, Honorable Basa.
Thank you so much, madam, for having me on board.
You're welcome. Let's start this way. Over the time, we discovered at the time, especially during the colonial era, certain women were very vocal, even when some of them were not politicians. I'm talking about the likes of Alimoto Pelewura. She was an activist. She would mobilize women. Talk about Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, and even in other sectors like the literary space, we have the likes of Flora Nwapa. They were vocal. So at some point, it just declined. You have been very vocal because a lot of persons have heard about you even before you contested for governorship in 2019. What really is the major problem? Is it culture? Is it the finance? Or is it the system?
So I've categorized it into my 3 Fs.
All right.
Apart from the 3 Fs now, I've discovered there's another barrier. And the major barrier is actually the people in power. If you have a state that has a sitting governor, if that sitting governor is not ready to push or promote women to get into elective offices, those women are not going to go through. I'll give you an instance, Oyo State. Out of 14 federal reps in 2023, the governor fielded 14 men.
Okay.
Out of the 3 senatorial seats, the governor fielded 3 men again. What would it have cost him to put 1 woman, because he chose them?
Okay.
He basically chose who he wanted, bought the forms for them, and gave it to them.
So primaries is not...
And we had 22 women in that race. I was part of it.
Okay.
I was in that race for reps. Out of the 14 reps, he chose in front of us. He said, Oluyole, I'm putting Jagaban there. The leaders grumbled. They said, we don't want him. We want Hakeem Olatunji. He said, no, give me. They gave him. He said, Ibadan Northeast, Southeast, I want Agbuwori to return. Whereas there was a woman contesting there.
Oh.
Same with my local government. So that's how it happens. So if you have a state that has a sitting governor and the sitting governor is not ready to push or promote a woman to be elected, no woman is going to emerge. You can emerge in smaller parties, but guess what? Without the political structure, a new party can't beat an existing sitting governor with his own party and his structure. So that is the major barrier. Now, the 3 Fs I said earlier is finances, fear, and frivolous offers that women get.
Okay.
On the issue of finances, Nigerian politics is not easy whatsoever. We spend and spend and spend. Logistics, mobility, souvenirs, branding, because everywhere you go, if you are not spending, they'll be like, they don't understand that those sitting reps or sitting senates that are spending that money on them, they're spending the government's money. The federal government money is what they're spending, not their personal money, just to get them to like them and want them. So they will now start comparing you, a businesswoman, with a sitting federal rep. They'll be like, just to cajole you again, to get you back to vote for them again. So finances, 100%. Most of us women are very prudent with our resources. That's why you'll see they'll make us treasurers. They'll give us financial positions. In the top banks in Nigeria today, at least 10 top banks, women are heading those banks. Why? They trust us with money. So if you trust us with money, why aren't the governors trusting us to also be representatives for our people. So financially, we calculate, we'll be like, am I ready to blow 300 million? Am I ready to blow 500 million? Because it's a gamble. There's no guarantee that you emerge the winner, because guess what? Money politics is alive. On election day, the highest bidder will get it, because our people have refused to go and get their voters' cards. And those that have voters' cards have refused to come out and vote for credible people like us. So on the day of election, you will have the man, maybe someone sitting in government already. He will bring out the Ghana Must Go. He will give them 20K per vote. He won't mind spending that money. 20K per vote times 100,000 people, almost 20 billion. He won't mind, because he knows that once he gets there, he's going to get that money back. And he will abandon them for 3 years or 3.5 years and come back again.
Okay, speaking about money politics, right. I watched one of your interviews and you said you want to put an end to money politics. Is it possible?
The only way I can put an end to money politics is if more people like you and you and you in this studio and those watching us go and get their voters card. Join a political party. Be part of the process. Now, if, for example, currently we have 3 million people that vote in Oyo State, because I believe it's 3 million people that collected their PVCs, even though we have a population of about 10 million. So let's say 3 million have PVCs. On election day, only 1.5 vote. Only 1.5 votes. Now, out of that 1.5, let me tell you, about 1.2 million out of them are the ones that are waiting to be bought on election day. So you 300,000 people, the regular people like me, like you, like bankers, like tailors, like mechanics, like organizers, our own can never beat their own 1.2. So until more come in, or those ones sitting at home, those 1.5 join us, we now become 1.8. We will now overshadow those Jeguru Jera, those money politics people. That's the only way of overshadowing them. Because guess what? If I don't kill money politics, or if we don't kill money politics, your child can never be a governor. My child can never be a governor either. We can't get there. So it will always be those who can go and steal the money, borrow the money, or use government money to put people in power. They're the ones that will continue getting there. So back to the women thing, the fear is also there. Many of them are afraid that politics is violent, they're going to kill them. Look, something will kill us one day.
But you've been doing it over for years.
Because I'm not afraid of nobody, because my life is in God's hands, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. And God is not going to allow them to kill me, because I have things I want to do for my people. That's why I didn't give up. The passion is there. It's alive. I grew up in Ibadan, raised in Ibadan, primary, secondary, lived around people that are in need. I lived in the GRA, but to the left is a village, to the right is a village in Basharon. Anyone that knows Oluwonla. So I've always lived around people that are in need. So I've always poured myself back into lifting people up. So that's why I didn't give up. But let me tell you, many women have given up. In 2011, roughly, in the Senate, we only had 7 women. 7 women out of 109. And you know that number continued. 2015, 7 women again in the Senate. In 2019, 7 women. Now, a big decline. By 2023, we only have 4 women. And out of those 4 women, I'm sure many of you know Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. That girl, Uduaghan, that girl is working. That lady is working. She's making us proud.
Let's talk about her now, because at some point, some persons felt when she had issues with the Senate president, even the women in the House could not really support her. So what's your opinion? Do you think women support women, even in politics?
So, when it comes to the issue of culture, yeah, many people will say, governor, it's a lie. Aralu is ready to vote for who the party presents to them. But if the party doesn't field the women, how will the voters vote for the women? So it's not about culture, please. In the olden days, our grandmothers and all that, they excelled in their businesses, they ran communities, they sponsored things, and they made things happen. So it's not about culture. It's the political parties that refuse to field us women and the people sponsoring them as well. But God be, to my party, PDP, they have fielded quite a few women in this election, so we are doing excellently well. Back to what you said. I discovered that most women who are top, high up there, they decide to stay away from it.
Why?
Which is not good. You're supposed to put your head out and you're supposed to support each other. Many of them are thinking, if I talk, what if they remove me? If I talk, what if they frustrate me? Because I know what she's going through in the Senate. They are trying to frustrate her, but she's a fighter, she's a warrior, and she's not going to give up. She's not giving to them, So it's hard. And how can four women go against 105 men? How do you hear their voice? When you stand up, you're trying to talk, and everybody says, sit down, go ahead. So until those who are in power decide to pick other women up and let's balance it out. And that's why that's going to be part of my agenda, actually. Once I get into the Senate, by God's grace, I am going to ensure I support and promote that 35% affirmative action. It has to happen. And the only way to make it happen is to mandate the political parties to field women for elective positions. They can do it.
Okay, what about the time factor? Most women have argued that the reason why I'm not going to step into politics fully is because of time. Late night meetings, I have to travel here and there, manage the family and the home, basically.
No, that's just, I think it's a man thing. The men love to hang out. The men love to do their meetings in the night. I've never had that case. Okay. I've never had to do meetings with anybody past 10 o'clock. So it doesn't disturb us. It's the men that love to do their thing till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. No married woman or a woman, with a family would want to be out doing any meetings at 2 o'clock. So I don't believe in that. I even told people, I say, if I'm a sitting governor, there's no way you tell me to meet you at 2 a.m. I am the governor. You will go and sleep in the guest house. You will come back and meet me at a normal time the following day. Worst case, I'll get people who are free and available to see you at that time. Why should I see you at 2 o'clock? Why should you take my sleep? I need to sleep, man. I need to re-strategize.
All right, let's talk about godfatherism. That's another factor, based on what I've heard from people. They say, okay, before you get into politics, even before you get the ticket, you need to have a godfather, somebody like a mentor. I'm sure you mentioned one time that, the former president, OBJ, was your mentor, he mentored you, and yes, a particular Yeye, you also mentioned
Atiku well. Also.
Exactly, Atiku also. So what's the role of godfatherism?
So it's very important, not really godfatherism. It's always important to have good role models who are existing in it, who have been through the process. Like, I can share experiences to many women and even men. There are some men that call me and I advise them. I'm like, don't bother yourself in that line. Do this line instead. I've been there. I've done that. I have the experience and I know what we should do. So people like them mentor us and teach us and guide us on what to do. You understand? And I see them as he for she's. I can't stay with a mentor that's not a he for she, because that means there's no hope for me. I'm just going to be clapping behind the person and hailing the person. So that's why, His Excellency OBJ, very good mentor when I was in the ADC in 2018, and same with His Excellency Atiku as well. They've mentored me very well. And also quite a few mentors as well. My leader in Oyo State is Excellency Barrister Azim Bolarumi, very down-to-earth, humble man, a people person, a grassroots 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
let's talk about party now. You mentioned that party is one of the major a platform that can field a candidate. At some point you left the PDP and now you came back. What changed basically?
So I left the PDP in last year, 2025, when I discovered that no, even before then, yes. So Excellency Seyi Makinde became the governor in 2019. I contested. I never stepped down. I fired to the end. I
remember the debates.
I lost the elections. Yep. I lost the elections. I decided to join the political party that's big because my own will be deregistered. Okay. Once you don't win a seat in Nigeria, they deregister you. NIP. Oh, you're good. Your memory is hot. I think you're a young woman. That's why. So, and then I joined him. I saw him as someone that would mentor me. Okay. I saw him as someone that would promote us women. And 22 of us came out to contest for different positions, assembly, reps, up and down. And I saw him and I was like, Excellency, please, I need your support so I can go for either Senate or rep. And he told me categorically more than once that, Basa, relax yourself. I'm going to support you guys under the female affirmative action. I was like, whoa, that's the person we need to, support. I started working hard, loyal all the way. Last minute, Labour was calling me to come and get a ticket for rep. I was like, no, I can't betray my leader. His Excellency has promised me the federal rep ticket for Ibadan North local government. And I started calling the governor, and he didn't pick my call. Oh, wow. That's when I knew that, Omo, you're dumped. And it wasn't just me.
Were you disappointed?
Of course, big time, because it's nice to have an explanation. It's nice to say, Basa, come, this and this is going to happen, that and that. But there's nothing he could tell me that will even justify what happened, because all the reps, 14 fielded, were men. All the senatorial were men. If I'd seen the odd woman here and there in federal reps and senate, I'll say, okay, maybe it's just not me. It just doesn't want me. But there was no woman. So I was like, I'm not staying with this kind of person. This person isn't going to support women. We're never going to get where we want to get to. And I need to get to where I want to get to, because there are many young women looking up to me to get there and be their role model, which Natasha is doing for all of us currently, So that's why I decided, I'm going. So I went to support His Excellency Atiku in Abuja, because I know him as a he for she 100% from day one. And so I worked for the party, stayed with the party. We lost the elections, obviously, and that's when I decided, you know, we need a platform, we need to move on to another one. So we went to ADC. I was in ADC with His Excellency since June last year. You know, only recently, about 2 months ago, ADC started a parallel structure in the state. Some people came up with their own structure to block what we were doing, and we were working with the state structure. You can't join a party and want to push out who was chairman, who was this, who was that. They were the one holding the place. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to stay here. They're going to delay me. And there's time. May by May, all of us must have done a primaries and, you know, settled. I now realize that my leader, Excellency Azimbola Rumi, is actually the one in charge of the PDP in Oyo State. And that's why I came back and I joined PDP straight up, because I know him as 100% he for she.
Okay, so you mentioned an experience you had at the time, you know, with party politics. You know, how sure are you that, you know, something like that will not repeat itself?
To God be the glory, we've emerged. I'm the candidate for Senate in
Congratulations.
Oyo South. Thank you, darling. So there's not going to be any hanky-panky. Now it's for me to work. It's for me to work hard. We have a woman that emerged as well for reps in Ido. We have a few women in Ogbomoso as well that emerged. So, yeah, it's looking good. So hopefully there's not going to be anything like that. Now it's in the hands of the people. It's in the hands of the people. If they want me to get there, they need to go and get their voters card. Simple as that. We need to go and get our voters card. Let's pull in another 1 million, 2 million clean voters. Voters who will not be waiting for the 10K, the 20K on election day.
I know you are into advocacy, and even beyond politics, you're a philanthropist and you do quite a number of things. You know, how did you, position yourself? Because I think that's one of the major problems of most of the women in the country. They don't know how to position themselves. You know, they have this fear because you went through certain persons like Atiku, like OBG, and of course a lot of other persons. How did you position yourself, basically?
I think it's destiny. I think it's in your. It's either inside you or not.
Okay.
My siblings keep telling me, "Don't give up. You can't give up. You must keep firing." I said it's tiring, you know. It's financially draining. I could use the money for gold, jewelry. I could use the money for fancy clothes, but I decided, no, I want to empower people. So it's inside, it's inbuilt to serve. I want to serve. I've always wanted to serve. Currently, I'm an academic director in Abuja, and I know I'm serving there. And I know my staff can testify that, no, this woman deserves to be where she is. Some of them even they donated money, my staff.
Oh.
I cried.
Wow.
One of my kitchen staff, she came in the school. She gave me an envelope. She said, "Ma, I would like to donate 30,000 to your mission." I was like, "What? Why would you do that?" She said, "No, I know you. I know what you've been doing for us for the past 3 years." Another one came and gave me 20K. I was like, no, 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 no. I cried. I have the video. I'm going to post it soon. I cried because I was like, out of your hard-earned money, you want to give me money. So I told them, we're going to buy books. We're going to continue with our mobile library. I want to push out mobile libraries into every 9 local government under me so that we have the vans going. So every area, for example, in Ibadan North, we'll have certain zones. The bus driver will turn up. He will double up as a librarian. Kids will run to the van. They'll pick a book. The following week, they'll return the book. So they'll have library cards. We're going to do that as well. So their money will go towards that.
Okay, that's a great one.
It's in the blood. It has to. You have to have the will and the passion to serve. Otherwise, you'll give up in Nigerian politics because it's tough.
Okay, a lot of persons will watch these, especially the young women. So I want you to tell us now, what are some of the challenges that you face and how did you overcome the challenges? Because you've had several positions. I read some while we started.
I've had public office in the FCT and also in the state government as well. You have to be consistent. You have to be upright. You have to be honest. You have to have the will to serve. If you're not ready to serve, don't enter politics, because you see the amount of insults they give us online. People say things like, she's collected money from Atiku, that's why she's supporting Atiku. I never collected a penny from His Excellency Atiku. I never asked him for a penny, because I know that once he emerges, we will get to higher positions as well. I invested my money on him. They say things like, oh, she's bleaching. I'm not bleaching. My mother is English. So we get a lot of insults. So you have to be thick-skinned as well to be in Nigeria politics.
Here.
Yes, I was born in UCH, yeah. I was born in UCH. I went to Ibire Nursery and Primary School, and I went to St. Louis Grammar School, Mokola, Ibadan. So you have to be thick-skinned. You have to be ready to suffer. You know, I woke up today with a banging headache on the right here. You know, it's not comfortable, but we cannot give up, because guess what? There is no place like home. My mom is English. I go to England to go and see her, and when I'm there, within 2 weeks, I'm ready to leave, because this is my country. It's itching me to leave, even though life is comfortable there. Comfortable in the sense that everything is arranged. If you fall down there, the government picks you up. If you lose a job, they give you a job. They give you income while you're waiting for a job. That doesn't happen in Nigeria. If you're sick, they take care of you for free if you're a citizen. cancer, etc., free all the way to the end, not in Nigeria. So I decided to stay here. Why? Because I want to serve you. I want to show you how governance should be. I want to give you the right dividends of democracy that you deserve. Those guys will never give you, because guess what? They need you to be under them. They need you to be impoverished. They need to be able to turn up and bribe you with 20K again. They need to be able to turn up and use you for rallies. They pack them in bus loads. They give them 1,000, 2,000. I don't buy anybody to come to my rally. Turn up, join me, support me. I'll feed you. I'll give you drinks, soft drinks. And if I like, I'll give you stipend to go back home with. But I will not promise you that I'm going to pay you to turn up, because I want you to decide that, yeah, destiny says you should turn up and align with BASA. So you gotta be wanting to serve.
Right. You were there for about 9 years, if my memory serves me.
Where?
Like abroad.
Oh, in England.
You mentioned
yes,
at the time.
we moved to England when I was like 18. Okay. So I went there for my college and university, and then came back. Came back as well. Yeah, I'm 47, so minus 9 years. That means I've done some good 30-something years in Nigeria.
All right, so let's do a little bit of comparison now. The politics over there, speaking about representation of women,
easy.
Can you compare it with Nigeria?
You can never compare politics in England with Nigerian politics. Now, say for example, I want to contest for Senate now. It will be the people of that senatorial district that will begin to organize meetings for me. They will be the one doing door-to-door movement for me. They will never come and ask me for 1 naira, because they've sat with me. I've told them my manifesto. I've told them what I want to do for them when I get there. They'll be like, okay, we trust you, we believe you, you've written it all down. Within 6 months, you're going to represent us, make sure that the laws are passed, make sure that our interests are protected, disability rights, blah, blah. You'll have written it. They'll say, okay, bye-bye. You go on radio, you go on TV, and go and talk. We will campaign and canvass for you. They will buy you the drinks. They will buy you the biscuits when you turn up. They will treat you. They will do many dinners, many fundraising and raise money for you. But once you get there, you better deliver. Because guess what? After 6 months, they will start getting signatures. They will start signing to get you to resign. And if they get all their signatures completed and they submit it to the heads there, they will tell you to resign. If you resign honorably and apologize on TV and say, I'm so sorry, I got there, I forgot to serve you or represent you well, please forgive me, they'll say, you're forgiven. If your name is John, they'll say, you're forgiven, John, but we're going to put another person there now. You can queue up for next time. So join up next time, no problem. You'll find that after another person has served, another has served, they say, let's try John again. Maybe he's going to be a better person this time around. So they'll give you another chance and another chance. But not Nigerian politics, no. It's totally different. Right. If I was in England now, I'm sure I'll be with Kemi Badenoch,
Right. I think you mentioned that you could have decided to be a politician over there, but you said that you came down to...
No, because this is where they need help. Okay. This is where our people need help. Okay. The government of the UK takes care of its people that are low, medium, and high. They know what to do. But Nigeria here does not take care of the low. Maybe they do, but the money doesn't get back to the low. Because guess what? There was a time they said the president sent money state by state to each governor to empower our people. I believe it was 200,000 naira per person. I won't tell you the name of this governor in a northern state. A friend of mine got a call because he used to be the assistant. He used to serve for that governor. He got a call from the government. They said, send 20 names of your people. We want to send them the empowerment money that the president sent, 200,000 per person. So this guy quickly wrote names of his people in his constituencies so that they can be empowered, right? He put their bank accounts beside it. He submitted it. They called him back from the government house. They said, one account is not right. This GT account, check it out. That means they went through due diligence, right? To make sure that the accounts are working back. Change that account is not working. He edited it and put the right account. We're talking 1.5 years later. 1 naira did not enter any of these people's account, but that money was pushed to the state government. So imagine how many governors today, they send money from the top to them to use for the people in the state. But are they using it for the people in the state?
It's a lot to unpack now. Let's talk about this particular matter. Are you still articulated and obedient? There was a time you said you're both.
Yes, actually. Reason why I called myself obedient is because I'm part of the clean voters. I'm the voters that you can't buy. And they are the ones that cropped up in 2023 election that stood by Peter Obi.
Okay.
So yes, I believe, why not? Why shouldn't an Igbo man be president? Any man that's credible, that wants to serve our people should serve, irregardless of religion or tribe, right? And Atiku, 100%, of course, I've always served him and I see him as a very great man, right? However, we have our own presidential candidates in the party as well. Okay. So, yeah, so I am PDP and I have to be PDP.
Okay. Is there a chance that you can still work with the current governor of your state in the future?
It depends which angle, what type of working. Because currently he's in APM and I'm in
Right.
PDP.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. And he's an outgoing, I mean, he's going to leave the government next year anyway.
Okay.
So we never know our paths may cross.
All right, so okay, so let's go back. You mentioned something about money politics now. What about the weaponization of poverty? That's the reason why a lot of persons will say, let me even go out to vote because of the 10K, the 5K. How can we
It doesn't
deal with
cure
that?
their problem. That's why some of it is not even poverty. They shouldn't lie on poverty. Some of it is greed. Because if truly you are poor and somebody that's fake, you've never seen for years, came and gave you 20K to vote for them, collect the money if that's what you want. But you don't need to vote for that person. You could vote for somebody else that you feel is better. So sometimes it's not really the poverty. And they're not putting a gun to your head anyway. Once you collect the 20K, how do they know where you're going to put your finger? You understand? But
Okay.
if it is the money issue, don't collect the money. Stay for that one day and be honest. God will give us good representation.
Okay. One time you mentioned that the PDP has a presidential candidate, and I remember you said you were interested in coalition party because that's the only party that can actually take over from this current administration. But looking at what is going on within the opposition party, is that still possible?
No, they're not organized. Everybody wants to be president, so it's all messy. Yeah, so that's not going to happen again. They all want to be presidents. They haven't sat down and said, look, let's support this person. Let's stand behind this person, So let them all try their luck there. Let God give us the best person that will lead us.
All right. One time you also mentioned that, you had the chance to join this current administration, APC, but you declined. Why?
I've never seen them as a party that will promote women. I've never seen them, I've never seen them like that. Maybe because, I don't know. My dad used to be in AD, and so I think I'm more inclined to the PDP.
Ali Bey.
Yes, Ali Bey Batashi. You need an award for your memory. Yes, so no, I'm PDP, 100%. So PDP is alive, in your state, Don't let anybody tell you there's no PDP, And it's only one PDP, the same People's Democratic Party, and we're still there.
Okay, so beyond the laws now, just like you mentioned, going back to the issue of between you and the Governor Shea Makinde, at the time you promised 30% for the women, and then 30% for the youth. So the laws are there, but what are the issues? Why is it that it's so difficult to make these governors accountable to these laws?
Because they are not he for she's. Maybe they're afraid. They're afraid that when we get there, we're going to do it right. See Natasha doing it right in Kogi. So they're afraid. And guess what? Yaya Bello wants to contest against her in Kogi State. Kogi State people, I hope you know what you are doing, right? I hope you know to stand behind Natasha. So it depends on who is the leader in the state.
Yaya Bello was cleared just recently.
Imagine. And he has a case. He has a case on his head. I don't understand that. So it's left to the people. It's the people. Look, nobody can rig you where you are popular. Nobody can rig your votes if you stay with it. The Northerners, do you know what they do? They stand by the ballot boxes. They count it in front of them. Now, when INEC is about to carry the box, they follow them like this and say, we are with you. They climb their bikes or their cars and they follow the ballot boxes to the collation center. You must not go home. Most of our people, they will vote. They will go home and go and sleep. By the time you come back, they've changed your votes. If you had 101 votes there, they're going to write 01 for that person. So they'll follow it to that ward. So this election, all of us are going to stay at our ballot box. We're going to suffer for 24 hours. You will vote at your polling unit. You will follow the INEC and everybody else leaving that polling unit. They're taking all the votes to the ward. Everybody will gather in the ward again. Anybody that wants to rig, by the time they see the crowd outside and they know that if they do nonsense here, nonsense will happen to them, they will do what? They will do the right thing. At that ward again, when they finish counting again, follow them to the local government. It's a working mission. Yes, sun will beat you. It beats us when we are at the polling units too. Suffer that one day for Nigeria to be great. Because guess what? There is no place like home. England is organized. England is stable. But it's not Nigeria. Nigeria is beautiful. Nigeria, we have beautiful weather. We have beautiful food. We have beautiful people, beautiful culture. But some wrong leaders. And we are the ones that let them get away with it. I tell my people, I say, look, if you've elected a rep now for a particular local government, that person has been there for 1 year. That person has not served you right. Don't let them enter that local government again when they arrive. You youths have the power. You are more than them.
What about the money politics that most people, and the popularity?
They have to get that out of their heads, the money politics. They need to remove it. That money is not going to change your life. It's not going to change your life. It's going to impoverish you the more. When they bring the money, tear it and show them that no way you can't buy us. Don't tear the money.
Can people really tear
you
money?
can't buy us.
Yes.
You can't buy us. Tell the people, if you don't let them come to that local government, they will know they're in trouble. If they can't enter that area, they will know they're in trouble. They can't go and sit in Abuja forever now. They must still turn up. Then they'll repent. Then they'll change their ways. But people will say, leave them to God. God will deal with them. Sometimes God might not be fast to his judgment, though, because God wants you to go through what you did and pay for it. So sometimes God would suffer us for many, many years.
Okay, so before we go now this evening, do you think it's possible for this country to have female governors? Let's say in the next
To have what?
10 female governors. Because I remember 2019 during the debate.
That's my dream.
It was
That's my
fire,
passion to be
basically.
governor.
Right.
And it's still there. The dream is still alive. I would love to be the governor one day. It's going to be hard until the laws are passed that says that they should field women. Look at Oyo State, for example, now. A man has been fielded for governor. A man has been fielded for deputy governor. You couldn't find any woman in your cabinet. 14 men have been fielded for reps. 3 men have been fielded for senate. Out of 32 assembly, I believe it's only 2 women they gave. Haba.
But how many women are ready to join politics?
They are there, we are there. I told you 22 aspired just 2023. We are there, but they are overlooking us. I don't know. Maybe they prefer those that can't deliver. No problem.
All right. So basically now, beyond all this now, how can we still ensure that these laws are followed? I think you mentioned
by making sure that those political parties are mandated. I am going to work on it when I get to Abuja by God's grace. I will work on it to make sure every political party must field female aspirants for every election. So if you are doing governorship male, definitely there must be a woman. The next term, it should be the other way around. There should be a female for governor, a man for deputy. Out of 14 reps, at least let's have 4 or 6 women. Out of 3 senators, let's have 1 or even 2 female senators.
All right, now, so let's talk about this now. What would be your advice to women who have experienced, wrong mentorship and then that scared them away and then they left?
I could have given up in 2022 when the governor did what he did to me and the other 20-something women. However, I told myself, I sat down, I said like, why would you let the governor spoil the dream and the passion that you have for the people? No, you're not going to give up. You continue doing your NGO. You continue pushing out whatever you can push out to the people. And you'll stay in a political party and make sure you contest so that when you get there, people will be like, Kai, if we had known, we should have put this woman there since. So don't give up if genuinely you have that interest. If you don't have that interest, don't even enter because you will just kill yourself. Some, you see them writing how much they've spent. I don't write anything, no. Whatever I've spent is gone. There was a day I mistakenly asked for my bank statement and I saw that I've spent hundreds of millions. I was like, where, what, on who, on how? So I told them, don't give me statements again. I don't want to see it again. Just let me continue what I'm doing. So you have to be ready for all that. You have to be ready to know that it's an investment in lives of people. And that's what I do mostly with my money. I do a lot of empowerment. So I know that I've changed lives. If they like, they should vote for me.
Alone?
Oh, both. I've never been, no. I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. I believe we have, good guys and good women. So I support both. I've never discriminated. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we need a balance in politics. It's the political side that we need to bring more women up so that we can actually balance it out. Like some African countries are doing. You go to Namibia, you go to all this, Sudan or something. They have more women in power, even more than the men.
System over there.
Yeah, they had to do the 35% affirmative action. They had to be deliberate. It was a deliberate law that they passed that helped them. They now had more women in the end. So now they have about 60% female, 40% male, representing them in their own house of assembly, etc. Yeah.
All right, now I think you went through some process before you got to where you are today. Can you reel out some to the young ones who might watch this later, who are interested, but finding it difficult to actually venture into politics full time? So
the first thing is join me, join BASA, join my movement. I'm online, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Bolanle Arumi Aliyu. Excuse me, you find me there, and I will mentor you. If you like my party, you join my party. I'll link you up with the chairman in each of those local government and the chairwomen. We have some chairwomen in our wards. I'll link you up with them. At that ward, begin to attend meetings there. When you sit down with the 20 regular people and yourself, and by the time you start bringing more people in, you're climbing into a position. From there, you can contest for local government chairmanship or fire all the way to wherever your destiny is going to take you to. So you have to participate, partake, and eventually be part of those that they will vote for in the future. So join BASA. I'll teach you and I'll show you how to go about it.
All right, I think it's a fine place to leave this discussion. Big thanks to you for being a part of this discussion, Honorable Bolarumi. Bolani, I beg your pardon.
That's my
Bolani,
leader's
sorry.
name.
It
It rhymes.
you, Basa, right.
Just call me Basa anytime.
Basa, right. Thank you for joining
Thank
this
you.
evening.
Thank
All right,
you.
I do hope that after this discussion, and a lot of persons will watch later, will develop some level of courage, because it's not just about sitting at home and then looking for
And
someone
complaining online.
that will help you. You need to start, by doing certain things that will help you.
Yeah.
Right. A nation cannot reach its full political potential when half of its population is underrepresented. Honorable Bolanle Sarami Ali, PDP candidate for your South Senatorial District, thank you for sharing your insight with us this evening on Politics Explained. The conversation on women in politics is no longer just about representation. It is about participation, inclusion, and the future of democracy itself. If systems must change, then society must also change with them. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun. Thank you for listening. And remember, politics is not distant from the people. It is about the people. Bye for now.